Good morning and welcome to the Berks County Board of Elections meeting. Today is May the 7th. It is 11 a.m. and we will call the meeting to order. I'm going to ask Stephanie if she can please read the public comment notice.
Public comment will be accepted in person and through the Q&A function. Please include your first name, last name, and municipality for all comments. Any comments without name and municipality will not be considered. Each citizen can submit one comment. Comment length is dictated by limitations of the platform being used, Teams Q&A. In-person comments will be accepted first, followed by comments submitted virtually. The meeting comment period is limited to a total of 30 minutes, including both in-person and virtual comments. This time period may be extended at the county's discretion. Please be concise. Comments that are germane to county business will be read during the meeting and should not be considered to be interactive dialogue. The county shall be the final arbiter of whether a comment is germane and should be read. Any response to public comment will be done at the county's discretion.
Okay, thank you very much. We will move on to the approval of the minutes for the April 30th election board meeting. Are there any additions or corrections? None. The minutes stand approved as presented. We'll now move to public comments on agenda items. We have nothing in person and nothing online. So before we move on to the agenda items, I'd like to let everyone know that Commissioner Leinbach is not here today because he is at a National Association of Counties board meeting. We have two items on the agenda today, and the first one is to appoint the poll workers for the May 19th general primary election.
Good morning.
Morning.
So we have just under 850 poll workers that we are appointing for this primary. That means that we have about 200 elected poll workers that are working.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, I would make the motion to approve the appointment of poll workers for the May 19th, 2026 general primary election.
Okay, I will second that. Is there any discussion? None. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
None opposed. The motion carries. Agenda item number 2 is the discussion and update of the voter registration challenge affidavit that was recently filed pursuant to 25 PA CSA 1329, and this was discussed at our last board meeting, and Cody has an update for us. Cody.
I do. Thank you, Commissioner. If the board recalls at our April 2nd election board meeting, we discussed a matter that was brought to our attention by the Department of State, which appeared to be a case of double registration and double voting of an individual registered in both Berks County and Montgomery County with the same voter registration identifiers, specifically date of birth and driver's license number. At that meeting, the board was in agreement to file a challenge affidavit pursuant to section 1329, which challenges the individual's right to be registered to vote in Berks County, and the individual has a chance to respond. Since that meeting, we sent the challenge affidavit to both the Berks County address and the Montgomery County address that we had on file for this voter. And we actually received calls from two individuals. I spoke with both of those individuals. They do not appear to be the same person. So we did have the opportunity to look further into it, look at various voter registration records on our end. And without going into too many details, because this is a matter that was referred to the U.S. Attorney in the AG's office by DOS. In short, what appears to have happened here is there were at one point two voters in Montgomery County with the same name, say voter A and voter B. When voter B moved to Berks County and her voter registration transferred to Berks County, for whatever reason, it appears that voter B's information was transferred over rather than voter A's information. And then subsequently, voter B's information in Montgomery County was updated to reflect voter B's correct information. So what ended up occurring is that we have a voter A in Berks County with the same driver's license number, registered with the same driver's license number and date of birth as voter B in Montgomery County, but they are or appear to be two separate individuals. So I guess the good news is this doesn't appear to be a case of voter fraud, but unfortunately it does appear to be really an issue of compounding errors that occurred with this registration transfer, which occurred back in the early 2000s, in 2004. This is not a recent incident. So to close the loop on the challenge affidavit, I don't believe we have a basis to cancel this voter registration under Section 1329, but I would recommend that we send a follow-up letter to our voter in Berks County, asking her to essentially re-register to vote so we have the correct voter registration identifiers on file for this voter, because as it currently stands, the voter registration on file, some of the identifiers on file are not hers. So it would just be much easier and more appropriate if this individual updated their voter registration. Unfortunately, that voter is on a hold status due to all of this, which would result, if they attempted to vote in this election, needing to vote provisional, which we can address at that time if that occurs. But I do think we should attempt additional contact with this voter to update the voter registration and hopefully resolve this issue.
Okay.
Should we withdraw our previous motion the one we did on April 2nd? Or is there a motion needed to do any of this, or?
I don't think
No.
I don't think we need. So the motion was just to file the challenge affidavit. The appropriate response to that would be, one, if we felt there was a basis to remove this voter registration, we could do a motion to do that. I think the appropriate motion here today would be essentially a motion not to cancel this voter registration, but to send a subsequent correspondence to the voter, encouraging this voter to update their voter registration information.
Okay, I'll make that motion.
Okay, I will second that. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. None opposed, motion carries. Thank you, Cody. We'll now move to the election director's report. Ann.
Okay, so the deadline is approaching to apply for a mail-in or absentee ballot. Voters have until 5 p.m. on Tuesday, May 12th to apply for that. That is also the deadline for over-the-counter mail-in voting in our office, 5 p.m. on the 12th of May. Poll workers can still apply to work. We do have a few openings at this point. I guess we always have vacancies as we get towards the election. So anyone interested and flexible can send an email or call our office and let us know that they're willing to work. We can always use extra sets of hands. We do have some LNA testing coming up. We have testing on the high-speed scanners at 600 Penn Street tomorrow morning. That's May 8th at 10 a.m. We have information on our website for anyone interested in observing. And then the electronic poll books will be tested and loaded with data beginning Monday, May 11th, and that's 9 a.m. at the South Campus. Again, we have information on our website for anyone interested in observing. That's all I
Okay.
have.
Thank you very much, Ann. Are you also looking for interpreters? Still looking?
We could use interpreters or bilingual poll workers at this point, are definitely needed. So.
Okay, so if you're speak English and Spanish and would like to work on election day, please reach out to Election Services. We could use bilingual poll workers and or interpreters as well. Okay, we'll now move to general comments from the board regarding current election-related issues. No comments. We will now move to public comment. I have one comment in person. Do we have anything online, Cody? Nothing online. So we will start with Jeff Wolf. Jeff, name, municipality, and you have 3 minutes. Thank
Good
you.
morning. My name is Jeff Wolf from Brecknock Township. When I sent out my written report, I'm going to summarize some articles on reveals when states settled with Judicial Watch with the Department of Justice to clean their voter rolls. Some very high numbers that they found. Real ID in Pennsylvania, proof of identity and lawful status. You can select from over half a dozen choices. Two of them are unexpired employment authorization card. The other is a valid unexpired permanent resident card or a green card. Unexpired, okay, unless an INS code can be read from the driver's license, the QR code or the barcode, I would suspect that you would not be able to detect whether or not the person having even a real ID would be a citizen or not. How can the voters know in Pennsylvania and in Berks County, how can the voters know if non-citizens are on the voter rolls? In Pennsylvania, voter registration officials do not directly verify citizenship through a driver's license or social security number alone. Those numbers are mainly used for identity matching, not proof of citizenship. Citizenship is primarily handled through a signed attestation on the registration form where you swear under penalty of law that you are a U.S. citizen. The database is linked to your driver's license or social security number generally do not contain reliable citizenship status flags that election officials can use in real time. Social security records don't confirm citizenship because non-citizens can have social security numbers, and driver's license in Pennsylvania can be issued to certain non-citizens as well. And how can you mistrust a DuckDuckGo AI tool that I use to find that information? A directive from the Pennsylvania Department of State, a little dated 2018, states that Pennsylvania and federal law are clear that voter registrations may not be rejected based solely on a non-match between the applicants' identifying numbers on their application and the comparison database numbers. All applications for new voter registration include Pennsylvania driver's license number, the last four digits of the applicant's social security number, or a statement indicating that the applicant has neither. Counties must ensure their procedures comply with state and federal law, which means that if there are no independent grounds to reject a voter registration application other than a non-match, the application may not be rejected and must be processed like all other applications. There are too many open doors for non-U.S. citizens to be registered to vote, in my opinion, and to remain on the voter rolls. This is a sad state of affairs. Now, I don't think I'm the only one that feels this way. My ask of the election board is, please use your clout to advocate for Pennsylvania to cooperate with the Department of Justice by turning over the state's voter registry for voter roll maintenance, auditing, and scan for registered non-citizens using the SAVE program database in order to identify non-citizen registrations for notice and removal. Did I miss the time?
Yeah, I didn't
I'm
hear it. I was just waiting for
I
you
didn't
to
hear it.
finish your sentence. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Thank you. No one heard the timer go off. All right. Do we have anything online? Okay, nothing online. In person is done, so that will close the public comment period.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we adjourn.
The meeting is adjourned. Thank you.